What's up everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So today we have a slightly different one. Studio Ghibli, Howl's Moving Castle, Howl. So this is a Patreon request. So if you have a request that you really need me to do, head on over to Patreon, sign up for as little as $5. You can send me a message. No problem. I'll get on your request straight away. So, yeah, let's go. So, Howl. Right, so landscape page. So 3/4 pose, because Howl doesn't look forward ever. I actually looked through the whole movie and it's very hard to find him looking straight. So, it's a 3/4 pose. Hope that's not a problem. But we'll try our best anyway. Landscape, use a pencil. Center point of my page is about here, right? So we're going to start with his right eye. So we're going to go up and start with his right eyelid. So center point is about here, up, over, and let's just go for it. So real sort of curving eyes. That, so like real big, like rainbow sort of curve on it. Okay, like so. And Howl has eyelashes, like so, and one kind of on its own back here, like that. So the bottom eyelid line is like floating sort of on its own, right? So we got to draw his iris and pupil first, right? Just to get where that is. So the iris is like a big long oval, like a long circle, like this, okay? And then the pupil is a similar sort of shape inside, right? This kind of thing, and it's dark, like that. And then the bottom eyelid line is just underneath that, right? So it goes like so. Okay, so unusual, not an eye we're kind of used to drawing on this channel anyway. Studio Ghibli style eyes. So very sort of big, cartoony, you know, type of thing. Right, so he has an eyelid line, so just the top eyelid line just curving around here, like so. But we won't do eyebrow yet, right? So we'll just jump over and we'll do the other eye. So in terms of proportion of the eye, you could probably fit an eye and a half, right? So one eye there, maybe not even a half. One. Yeah, maybe 1.5, I would say. The eyes aren't really proportional. There's a bigger distance between his eyes than like standard human proportions. So we're just like a bit further than eye distance. So you still want to be able to fit an eye in here, but it's just a little bit further than eye distance, right? So you want to start maybe there. So see what I mean? So it's like a bit of a bigger gap. So this eye will fit here, and there's like a tiny little bit more. It's hard to explain. It's just like a slightly bigger gap than eye distance. I hope that is easy to understand anyway. So this curves up and over. Big curve. Like so. Similar to the other side. Okay. And then eyelashes just there. Iris, long, oval, type eyes. Like so, and the pupil inside, similar sort of shape, colored in. Okay, and then the bottom eyelid, just underneath the iris there. And we can thicken up top eyelid line if you want. So curving eyelid line above, like the other side. And then we can add eyebrows, right? So just sort of curves over this way. Goes underneath his hair, so you don't need to finish that. So they're kind of round, smooth sort of eyebrows. So, and on this side we do pretty much the same thing. So just sort of curve it up and down, there, around, down into there. Like so. So kind of roundy sort of, you know, real bubbly sort of cartoony style. Disney style, I guess. Right, so then 3/4 pose, so the nose is over to the left hand side. So it comes down from his eye, like here. And then we go diagonal, down like so. Curves back and down. Then the nostril, just there. Mouth is pretty simple, so it's just like a simple sort of smiling mouth. Just there. Just a line. And then his bottom lip line just here. Then chin. Like that. Now, so we're slightly 3/4, right? So when you're in 3/4 pose means this side of his face is kind of a little bit turned away from us, right? And that means you have like jaw on this side, but cheek of his face on that side. You can't really see the jawbone. You can see it a little bit, but it's just more of a angled sort of cheek line, right? So before we do that, just check your proportions. So eye, middle of the eye to the nose is about the same as, so say top of the eye, because his eye is actually a bit big, right? So top of the eye to the nose is about the same as the nose to the chin. So here to here is about the same as here to here. Top of his eye, because his eyes are like big. So his bottom lip then is about halfway between the nose and the chin. So here to here, about the same as here to here. So like his actual lip, not the line. So here to here, same as here to here. Okay. Right, so then that cheek that I was talking about. So we go up the side, right? And then we curve around. So we go up, like so. And it goes up towards his hair, just there. Right, so that's like his cheek. So then his jaw on this side will go a slightly different direction. So it'll curve like so. Right? And it'll stop there. So stop just above his mouth. And then it touches his ear, right? So we have a sideburn just here, his hair, and then his ear comes around that. Down and into there. And then we have an earring, like that. And then bones and ligaments. And Studio Ghibli actually do it the easy way. Just the letter J. It's the first anime that actually just did, that's all the details there is in the ear that I've seen. And on this side, so we got like a piece of hair coming up there, and we can just see a little bit of his ear coming down into there. Okay, so his fringe. So we have some more hair spikes and hairlines. So here, by his eyebrow, maybe like another line just there. And then some more fringe lines coming down here. So Studio Ghibli is real sort of bubbly, kind of, it's hard to explain, nice animation. It's the only way I can describe it. Like the animation is like real soft. Even the lines, like everything's kind of like real nice, you know? Like even though the stories themselves can be real dark, but like the animation is beautiful. So like there. Even his fringe is like just like real round or something. This. One more. So then he's kind of got a bob sort of haircut, right? So he has like hair that comes down around his head, right? So top of his head is up here. So you have this part in his hair just there, okay? So distance wise, we're talking top of the head to the, say, let's say eyebrows. Top of the head to the eyebrows. We'll go top of the head to the eyes, sorry. Is about the same as eyes to chin, okay? So they're your proportions. The top eyelid line, chin is the same as top eyelid line to top of the head, okay? So that's fairly standard human proportion now. Eyes to top of the head, same as eyes to chin. Now top eyelid line, not the middle of his eye. So we'll go down then. Like that sort of thing. Down the other side. Like so. Okay. And then more hair spikes similar to his fringe. Like so. Another one here. Another one here. And then same thing over here. So they go in behind his neck, so you don't need to go the whole way in. And of course, Howl has different hair colors in the movie, so if you want to do it blonde, you can, or black. I kind of prefer him with the black hair. That's just me. When I think of Howl, I just think of him with the black hair in the movie. I know he starts with blonde, but okay, so there's like a droplet earring hanging down here. Another one here. And then his neck. So kind of a long, slender neck. Okay. Like this. Another one here. And right, so this kind of goes further. He has a chain coming around his neck, right? But we'll do that last. We'll just get his shoulders done. So his body's kind of turned as well. So this shoulder kind of goes that way, right? So it's like up a bit higher. So we'd like it's up here. So it'll make more sense once you see his shirt, right? So I'll do that. So his shirt curves around like this, and then the V for the center. So that's the line for his body, that sort of curve going that way from his neck, okay? And then this comes across, up, like that, okay? And we could have a neckline here. And then some collarbones. Like that. So shoulders going this way, curved line going that way. So collarbones always show you the direction of the shoulders because they go and join the shoulders in your AC joint. So then shoulder, like so. And then goes down like so, and then maybe shirt line just there, and then his other shoulder smaller because it's turned away from us like this. And then we bring it down like so, and he's got like a baggy sort of sleeve just there. And some armpit line coming around his chest, just there. 4 lines for his clothes, and then the chain. So the chain is done pretty simply as well. So it's like long lines like this with dots in between them. So we'll do the long ones first. And of course erase any lines you go over. So dots in between, these kind of things, real small. See that? So it's like just a chain going that way. And then it comes over the other side of his neck and his shoulder just here. Like this. And of course you can erase any lines you don't need or you shouldn't see. Okay, but I think that is everything. How to draw Howl from Howl's Moving Castle. Hope it was helpful, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.